Hey, what is up guys? It's Brendan here, and today I'm going to be showing you step-by-step how to use Acuity scheduling. This is an online appointment scheduling software that you can use in your business to help book those schedules and make money ultimately through your scheduling-based business. Again, if you are a client service-based business, whether you're in, again, hair or beauty, salons, fitness, even financial coaching or legal or whatever sort of industry that you're in. Again, a lot of people in this whole like health and wellness space is obviously making appointments is very popular, or in the general yoga fitness space. Those are sort of the categories that fit really well within the Acuity scheduling platform. But again, the world is open to whatever niche or industry that you're in. With this platform, again, you can do seamless client scheduling, secure payments, and workflow automation, all so that you have to do is to show up on time. So again, I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial how to use Acuity scheduling, how to get signed up, and what it looks like on the platform once you are going through the sign up process. Again, if you are interested in checking out Acuity scheduling, you can go check out the links down below in the video description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the tutorial. So first things first, of course, I do want to mention that Acuity scheduling is owned by Squarespace, and this is the screen that you will be prompted with when you first sign up with Acuity scheduling. Now, there are a few different other scheduling apps and software out there. I'm not going to be covering too much into other alternatives in this tutorial, of course, as this is primarily focused on, of course, Acuity scheduling. But if you are interested in maybe checking out some other platforms as well, feel free to check out my channel. I have a whole host of other types of videos going over lots of other software very similar to this one as well. Again, if you're watching this video and maybe you want to try a different one, feel free to do so. There's a lot of them out there, again, catering to different needs. I'd say Acuity scheduling does cater quite well, again, within the fitness and wellness space. So without further ado, diving into things, this is what you will be prompted with when you are going to be setting up your scheduling page. So this is how you get your business ready to start booking appointments online, and in just a few steps. Now, this is great for booking those online appointments. This is, again, specifically really built for online appointment scheduling. There are other apps out there that are better for more maybe physical appointments, or even just setting up like Zoom meetings and things like that. But that's besides the point. Getting into this, so you're going to go ahead and add in your business name here. So this could be anything, as you can see, Indie & Co. We're going to go with Change Fitness or something like that, right? I don't know. Change Fitness. Okay, cool. It's actually available. So this is the area where you're going to be setting. Oh, now it says it's unavailable. Okay, let's go with Spa Essentials. Let me see if that one's available. And okay, cool. Spa Essentials. So yeah, come up with something that is actually available, obviously. And this is going to be your scheduling page URL. So make sure that this is, accurate to what your business name is. I believe you can change this if you want to in the future. But I would recommend just making sure that it's very clear that, hey, this is your business name and this is the scheduling page URL that then, again, as you can see here, clients will be able to schedule with you through this URL. So Spa Essentials, we're just going to go with that for this tutorial. You're going to go ahead and click Next. Now here is where you're going to be setting up your first appointment type. So as you can see, it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward as far as what you're going to be doing. So Spa Essentials, maybe you're a business that helps spas improve their operations or something like that. I don't know. We're just going to go with that. So we're going to call this a consultation. Again, this can be customized to anything that you want. Duration, 60 minutes. Let's just go 30 minutes maybe. Let's just go with the 60. Well, whatever, an hour. Appointment, so you can set this up different appointment types as well. So you can set this as a one-on-one appointment or as a class group appointment as well, and setting the open slots per class. So maybe this is sort of like a yoga class. You can set up, maybe you only accept up to 15 clients per group offering. We're going to go ahead and make this a one-on-one for this example tutorial, but that is another option that you do have within this software. And we're going to say this consult is, let's just say, a lot of people do offer free consults, but we're going to go ahead and charge for this one just so that you can see sort of what that looks like. So let's just say, I don't know, $100. Let's just go with that. Okay, and again, it's optional. You can make it free as well if you do want to be setting up free consults, and then you can have other paid options out there as well. Again, it just depends on how you want to set up your business and how you want it to look on the for your clients or potential clients. Here is where you set up your availability. So here you can go through and click, like, if you're open on Sundays, you set your availability. Again, as you can see here, this is just the beginning. You can fine tune this later under availability. So, you don't have to have this perfect. You can always go in and edit this. This is when you're going to be able to accept appointments with clients. So, make sure that this is set up. And as you can see, you need to set this up at least one day of the week to complete this setup. That's just so that your availability, obviously, so that people can actually book you for at least a day of the week. Otherwise, people can't book you at all if you don't have any availability. So you definitely need at least some availability here on your calendar. So we're just going to go ahead and select Monday through Friday, and we're off on the weekend, so no Saturday, Sunday. You could also go the opposite of that. Or, you can do Monday through Friday or any custom times. You can apply and add other rows. Again, other maybe start times. Maybe you give yourself a break for lunch. You can also do that in here if you want to. So you can add, like, hey, maybe I'm going to take a break for lunch at noon or something like that. And you block out that time of your schedule so that people can't book you during certain times. Maybe you have other obligations. Maybe you're picking up kids from school or something like that. Whatever it may be, whatever other obligations that you may have, walking your dog, something like, I don't know. Whatever your obligations are, you can input those in here so that people don't overbook or so you don't double book on accident. So you can go ahead and add things, delete things. We're just going to go Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Again, you can edit that whenever you want. We're going to go ahead and click next. Now, this is where you're actually going to be connecting your payment platform. Now, I'm going to be skipping this for right now because I don't want to be entering in any of these payment details. But this is where you will be connecting in like a Stripe account, a Square account, or PayPal to give your clients more ways to book and pay online. Now, this will allow them to then purchase through like MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover. They can use their credit card in order to pay for your products and services. Ultimately, as you can see here, payment successful for invoice. So it will create invoices automatically. You can also, again, as you can see here, you can prevent no-shows by collecting deposits or full payment at booking. You can attract and retain clients by offering multiple ways to pay in person or online, and create different packages, gift cards, and subscriptions to entice clients to book. So this is where you would accept your payments. Again, connecting like a Stripe, Square, or PayPal. You can have that as a separate account, and then you just connect it to Acuity scheduling in order to accept payments. So we're going to go ahead and skip this, but it's pretty straightforward. You go in and create an account with those payment platforms and those networks, and you connect it into Acuity scheduling if you do plan on accepting payments. Again, a lot of you guys watching this video are planning to do that because, Acuity scheduling, again, is not a free software. It is a paid tool. Now, again, pricing is always subject to change. Depending on when you're watching this video, it might be different. They do offer the free trial as well. You can pay annually and monthly. So again, this pricing is always subject to change. Make sure you check out the pricing page to get the most realistic and up-to-date pricing of Acuity scheduling. But just want to make that disclaimer there as well, that they do have the free trial, but it is a paid tool. So I imagine most of you guys watching this video probably do plan on accepting payments to cover the cost of the actual subscription of this platform. So we're going to go ahead and do that later. Now, there are a few other steps in here that you can then add and start sharing your scheduling page. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, the design and look of your scheduling page in here as well. Now, the actual scheduling link is the Spa Essentials. So we're going to go ahead and check that out. So as you can see here, this is sort of the default look based on what we have currently entered. So as you can see, we only have the one appointment type, which is consultation, 1 hour at $100, and then you have the booking times. Now, the thing I personally like about Acuity scheduling is just how simple it is. It's a very easy funnel to get people to the page and be able to select the time that they want for your services. Now, again, because it is a 1 hour, it ends at 4 p.m. because your total time ends at 5 p.m. So again, that's sort of that then 1 hour window. Your client would enter their information and confirm their appointment. Now, we're going to go ahead and design the scheduling page so it better matches brand look and feel. Again, because that is sort of just the basic look and feel. Again, there's a lot of other options you have in here. I am just going to be showing you sort of the basics in this tutorial. There's a lot of other settings. If you want to go into it, you can. Obviously, you can also add advanced like CSS as well if you do want to add more custom customization options. You can set up the template so you have daily or monthly. So this is good if people are booking you maybe more than a week in advance. If people are booking you out like within the month, that's sort of like what Calendly looks like if you have things set up like that. So we're going to go ahead and refresh this here. So you have to view it live. We're going to go ahead and view it live. Yeah, so that's currently what it already has. Save changes at the bottom. There you go. So you want to make sure you obviously click the save changes button so you can actually see what you're editing. So as you can see now, this sort of looks more like a Calendly sort of feel if you're familiar with that platform. And then this is so people can book you a little bit easier further in advance. So maybe if you're booking somebody like a month out, or even several months out, you can sort of do that here. You can even book a year out. I imagine you also will be able to set limits on that as well, so people don't book you like a year in advance on accident or something like that. But this is sort of like the monthly view, which is good if you're, again, have people booking things a little further out on that funnel. Now we're going to go back to the daily view. This is best if maybe it depends really on your industry and how often you're planning on booking different clients and what your total schedule sort of looks like and just how you want the overall look and feel of your booking page to look. Maybe if you're a spa or something, it makes sense. People typically book within a week, but if people book you further out in advance, then the monthly might make more sense. You can edit your business name here. Obviously, the calendar is named Joe Schmo. You can select your business industry here as well as adding your company logo. You can also create a logo on Squarespace. They do have a business logo generator. Again, you could feel free to follow along, go and create your own logo. You can add it here. All you have to do is select the file. And then you also have scheduling instructions. So this is important here if you need, extra information to sort of qualify clients before they actually book services with you. You can also set the week starts on date in here, the time format, language, as well as the overall font, and the button and accent color. So, I would recommend maybe doing something a little different than just the plain Jane sort of look. So you get that little blue accent, kind of makes things look a little nicer, in my opinion. And you can easily add other things as well to your overall scheduling customization. So that's sort of what that looks like in there. You do also have other scheduling page options as well. So you can hide the prices, collapse certain categories, add classes, hide the duration, require phone number. So you can, require clients enter their phone number if you want to. As you can see here, especially, there's nothing worse than scrambling for a phone number you've never had 3 minutes after your appointment was supposed to start. So if you want to make sure you follow up with your potential clients, that phone number aspect can help. So you can follow up and make sure that you secure everything. Making sure people show up. You can also hide other times as well. So then under advanced CSS, again, not going to be going in here. That is a premium feature. It does require coding knowledge. Again, if you do want some extra custom stylings, you can feel free to do that. So that's sort of what the overall scheduling page looks like. Pretty straightforward. And then you can also add in other additional appointment types as well. So, you let clients what your business offers. As you can see, we already have the consultation. You can add in more personal one-on-one options. Maybe you have, maybe you charge more or give discounts based on the total amount of time. You can also do that in here as well, and offer, again, the class and group setting with a variety of different open slots. You can also make things a recurring class as well. So if you do a certain yoga class every single week on a Wednesday, and you have up to a certain amount of slots, that's how you can then create that appointment type in there. That's really good for like gyms and things like that, I would say. More so with that industry, you can set your availability as well. So that's sort of the overall, flexibility and customizations within Acuity. It's pretty simple and straightforward. I'd say it does have a little bit less options than maybe some of the other platforms out there, such as maybe like a Setmore or Square Appointments. Just looking at it here in the back end, again, if this serves your needs very easily, then Acuity scheduling could be a great option for you. Moving along in the calendar area, as you can see here, this is sort of where you can see your current appointments. Now, this is Jane McTest. We have a consultation I guess this consultation already happened. And that's where you can see what you currently have booked, and you can block off time in here as well. And add new appointments manually as well. Depending on what your overall booking workflow looks like, you will have your online page here where you can, send that out to potential clients, or in your overall, workflow. You can also add in manual orders and appointments in here on your calendar as well. And you can click through and view, what your overall schedule looks like. Inside the clients section, this is where you will see all of your client information. So you can get your overall client database in here. You can also add clients as well. So if you want to add in clients manually, you can do that there as well. I'm not sure. See, there it is. Import and export. This is where you can then import a client list from a CSV file. So if you're currently using maybe just a spreadsheet to keep track of things, or if you're maybe migrating from another platform, this is where you can then import those clients in here, or export the client list as well. Maybe if you want to use an external tool to, analyze your clients, and maybe, see some other data analytics side of things, you can import and export easily. In here, you have your last name, first name, email, and phone. So pretty straightforward. You can, show clients within the last 6 months, 30 days, more than 2 years. So you can sort of follow up with people. Maybe if they spent a lot of money and you're like, hey, come again. Thank you. Come again. Something like that. You can kind of do that here. And then we're going to go back. And then you also have Invoices, which Invoices is, as you can see here, a newer feature. This is where you can, obviously you need to connect a payment processor to create invoices, but this can be another good way. Maybe if you have some of your business that is still a little bit more on the manual side of things, creating invoices is where you can then make sure that you are accepting those payments, again, through a Stripe account, Square account, or PayPal, to receive those invoice payments. And you also have a reporting feature in here as well, where you can see your overall, consultations, what the total hours look like, the total costs, scheduled, canceled, no-show, and you can get a little bit more deep into your overall data analytics. You can see revenue, appointments, users as well in here, intake forms. This is the big thing here. Where you can set up intake form questions. This is super important if you're in the more medical space side of things. This is really the area that you're going to want to make sure that you might decide to go with Acuity scheduling purely for their intake forms, is because they do make it really easy as well to add like PDF forms or different medical forms to make sure that the compliance is there, whether it be HIPAA guidelines, or even if you just want to make sure that you're getting all the data. Maybe you're in the finance space and you're reviewing people's financials. This is where you can get them to submit their forms to you, so you can actually review them properly and provide them that advice that you are offering as a service, or just general personal finance, things like that. There's a lot of different industries that this could apply to. But again, the intake forms is sort of where you can see that report as well. You can also accept tips, so you can see your tip report, and again, import and export the overall appointment-based data from there as well. So as you can see here, you can also view your appointments. As you can see here, we just had the one Joe Schmo one in there. And you can really get, analytics here, and you can export it to a spreadsheet. So if you do want to use other data analytics tools as well, beyond just what is here in Acuity scheduling, that is the reporting section. In addition to that, as you can see here, we also have the client scheduling page, which we already showed you, the customize the appearance and other business settings. So this is the other section in here as well, that you'll be able to set your business availability, as we already ran through. You do have the different appointment types. You can also do certain add-ons as well. So if you want to create certain add-ons, like additional, as you can see here, foot massage is sort of their example. You can make that client and admin, or admin only can add that to a client invoice. So you can set that there, as well as coupons. You can create coupons, pretty straightforward there. You can add new types of services or groups of services. In addition to that, obviously you have your availability, just to show you what that looks like. You can set, regular hours or different off hours for specific times of the year. Maybe certain times when you're not available or when you want to override your hours. Maybe you're on vacation or something like that, but you don't want to have to go in and edit your standard hours. You also have rooms and resources. So if you have 3 rooms or 5 people, you can then set that there based on how many people can be set to a certain room. That's more for like spas and things like that. If you have like limitations on that, you also have a global scheduling limits. So this is sort of how far out people can actually book you. This is based on appointment cancellation information, rescheduling appointments. It's basically setting what clients are allowed to do or not to do when they're going through your overall scheduling process. You also have different start time intervals, gaps as well, so you can try to minimize gaps throughout the day. That is another feature that is available here to reduce and remove gaps from your schedule. You can also set the feature to look busy, which I think is always hilarious that these platforms do offer, but it does sort of offer, especially if you don't have a lot of clients, this can be a good way to sort of fake it till you make it in a way. I get it, but it is a feature that they offer if you want to look busy, or maybe if you just want additional downtime throughout the day to get through other paperwork that you have and you don't necessarily want to be like wall-to-wall clients the entire day all the time, especially if you have a high demand for your services. This can be a good way to sort of automatically kind of auto adjust those break periods in through the looking busy feature. It is a cool additional feature a lot of these softwares do offer. You also have your time zone, obviously. So you can edit that, set it to the business or the client as well. Again, that's maybe a little bit more specific if you're doing things globally, maybe if you're not just more of a local business. In addition to that, obviously you have your intake form questions. This is where you can add your custom forms to, fill out an intake form at the time of booking. So you have all their info in one place. They are able to then upload PDFs as well, which is great. You can add extra notes, forms, terms and condition agreements as well. So that's really nice for certain industries that they do have these intake forms. You can also set up the packages, so different, appointment packages. That is a more premium feature. Again, feel free to go through their pricing page to get more information on what's included in each of the different plans. You also have subscribers as well. So again, that's if you want to have a subscription-based system set up. Again, you do need to enable your payment platform, obviously, if you're going to be having subscriptions. But that is another thing they do offer in here. You can view your current orders and obviously coupons for packages as well. That's sort of more within the package side of things. You also have your other integrations. So you can also integrate Acuity scheduling through platforms like Intuit QuickBooks. I cover QuickBooks a lot here on the platform as a top accounting software. I personally use them and I do like using them and I do recommend them in general to a lot of people. They also have FreshBooks available in here. I have covered FreshBooks on the channel as well. They're another great accounting software. So you have a lot of different integrations with a lot of softwares that I do cover here on the channel. Email marketing tools. You have analytics and conversion tracking, CRM platforms like Salesforce, Pipedrive, Zoho CRM, Google Sheets. Some of these are third-party app developed, and some of them are more first-party direct integrations. You also have things like Zoom or Google Hangouts. So if you do want to do online meetings, you can do that as well, as long as you set up the third-party app integration. Or, really, it's a first-party app, but it is a third-party platform. So it's not directly through Squarespace, but you can set up like Zoom meetings as well, or Google Hangouts. So you can do online appointments as well as those in-person appointments. You can also set up like Zapier, things like that, if you want to connect to a whole other set of other more complicated features and beyond just like what you would typically be able to do. You can do that within like Zapier, things like that. You also do have Squarespace, obviously, as a website builder. You can connect to like an Instagram business page, Facebook business page, so people can click the Book Now button. So you can easily set that up in there as well. I know a lot of you guys probably do want that as a feature. So you do have all these different integrations as well. If you see a platform in here that you already currently use, it might make sense for you to then, of course, integrate this platform through those other integration tools if you do want to sort of keep things synced up and together. You do have also the ability to connect with a lot of other calendars. So you do have the ability to sync up with Google Calendar, iCloud, Office, Outlook, Office 365, Office 365, Outlook Exchange, Outlook, and one-way calendar sync as well. So you do have other calendars you can sync to if you do want that ability. Maybe if you're already sort of in your personal schedule, you have that set up. You can also set up that there as well. And obviously you have your payment settings, so you can connect Stripe, Square, PayPal. Out of the three, honestly, I like all three of them. Again, they recommend Stripe, which is probably the best one there in general. But, you know, you can also collect and save card details as well as collect deposits or full payment. You can set up in the US dollar. I do also like PayPal as well, just because it adds an additional payment platform. Again, if you want to learn more about different payment platform providers, such as these ones, I do have a whole bunch of videos on the channel as well, going over a little bit more of the details and pros and cons of each of these different payment processors. You go ahead and sign up with one and you can start accepting payments on the platform. In addition to that, you do also have custom edits for all of the different email communications. Now, these are all currently set up as templated options. You do not necessarily even need to go in and edit these, but you do have the option to if you do want extra customizations on Acuity scheduling. Again, if you do want to edit some of these other features, you know, within here, maybe some of the appointments and messaging for your brand, maybe some of the follow-up messages, the initial confirmation emails. Again, you don't have to edit these, but if you want to, those email options are in there. You can also set up the client SMS reminders as well, and then edit those as well if you do want custom messages. You know, as you can see, this is sort of just what the basic version would look like. Again, that is a premium feature for the SMS, but they do have it. I know a lot of you guys watching this, a lot of people comment, hey, do they have text reminders? Yes, they do. And you can customize them as well, which is great to help, you know, reduce no-shows. You can add templates in there too if you want to. Again, you don't have to edit that, but it is something you can enable and have it there, as well as booking alerts. You can also, you know, send appointment notifications as well. If you want to send out notifications, you get, you know, summary emails to you about upcoming appointments as well. You can get those weekly, daily. So yeah, that's sort of the client-based side of things, and on your own side of things as well as the person setting up the schedules on Acuity scheduling. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much Acuity scheduling in a nutshell. You set up your booking page. Clients can easily click through here and book your services on Acuity scheduling. Again, if you guys are interested in Acuity scheduling, go ahead and check out the links down below in the description box. Again, if you guys found this tutorial helpful or found it, you know, helpful to you getting set up with Acuity scheduling, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.